There are a wide variety of heads in today's market. There are two main drumhead manufacturers whose products are imported from the United States and are readily available in this country. Remo and Evans are both excellent quality products, as well as more recent imports like Aquarian and Attack. All should be explored personally before you come to any conclusions. The product range is similar between all of the companies, with only minor variations. Sometimes the design of the product will differ. The aluminium ring that encircles each head may be attached differently, for instance. One method is to perforate or drill holes in the edge of the head and flood the aluminium channel with glue. The glue passes through these holes and anchors the head to its hoop. This image shows the edge of the head pulled away from its alloy channel, revealing the glue anchor and the holes in the head's edge. This image shows a cross-section of the alloy channel, head edge and glue anchor intact. Another way is to have a metal ring that the head's edge wraps around before pressing the aluminium channel around both so as to marry the two together, as can be seen in this cross-section image. To keep things simple, the four main categories of drumhead, which can come in combinations of the following, are 1. Single layer or single ply, 2. Double ply, 3. Clear mylar, that is the plastic they use to make the heads with, and 4. Coated mylar. The coating that is applied in Type 4 is mainly to give the snare drum heads a rough texture for playing with brushes, but it does have an effect on the tone of a head that makes it unique and which some players prefer. Theoretically, you would expect a single ply head to give a sharper attack and get more resonance or ring than a double ply head. Alternatively, you would expect to have a quicker decay or less ring and more warmth or bottom end from a double ply head. But drum shell width, depth and wall thicknesses, as well as drum hoop quality and density, will all play a role in determining the differences or similarities between these drumhead characteristics. This is a good opportunity to point out the differences between two very popular Remo products, the pinstripe head and its close cousin, the Emperor. Both are double ply heads, and you can easily tell with the clear mylar versions because the light bouncing between the two layers create a cool rainbow optical illusion that looks like oil is trapped between them. If you've ever seen actual oil that's been spilled into a pool of water, or even some that's leaked from a car onto the road, the effect is the same, which is why people imagine there is oil involved here. But in this case, it's just an optical illusion. It's kinda hard to catch it on camera, but you can see the optical illusion I'm talking about appear all around the edge of the head in this particular shot. Evans do actually make a head that has a thin layer of oil trapped between the two layers that really deadens the vibration of the head, called the hydraulic series, and even comes in a bunch of different colours. A kind of built-in muffling effect and very effective. With these heads you can actually see real air bubbles trapped amongst the oil. Once you've seen the difference, it's easy to tell them apart. Which brings me back to the differences between the two Remo types I mentioned earlier. Both are double ply heads, but the pinstripe has its own built-in dampening mechanism. The mylar layers between the alloy hoop and the pinstripe are actually glued together, creating a built-in O-ring, which we'll talk about later. The glue looks like stringy fibres of hair which stop at the pinstripe. This also has a deadening effect on the head, but nowhere near as much as actual oil being trapped between the two layers. Several years ago, Remo came up with another hybrid where there's an actual internal O-ring fitted from the factory, and are available in both single and double ply heads, both clear and coated. They call these their Power Stroke series. Evans have been employing this innovation for some time, which first emerged as their EQ bass drum head series. Talk to your local retailer or go online to the manufacturer's websites to get a better idea of the wide variety of products available. One other aspect that is worth considering is the drum hoops. A bent hoop will definitely cause you problems. Like the shell, if it does not sit totally flush when placed on a flat surface, then you're just going to be making the whole job much harder for yourself. Your standard drum hoop will be made from chrome-plated steel and is averaged between 1.3 and 1.6 millimeters thick. Many drum companies make a thicker hoop for their more upmarket kits, which are around the 2.3 millimeter thickness. There are also die-cast hoops, which are much thicker and stronger, but all can be bent out of shape to a greater or lesser degree, so all need to be checked.